Hey guys, you might think you've heard it all when it comes to Skinwalker Ranch, UFOs, cryptids, government secrecy, the whole 9 yards. But trust me, you haven't heard this. What started out as a routine investigation by Dr. Travis Taylor and the intrepid team of scientists has now spiraled into something so bizarre, so spine-chilling, that even the most seasoned researchers were left reeling in panic. We're talking about what could very well be the discovery of an alien portal, a literal gateway to another dimension right on American soil. Yeah, you heard that right. A portal. And not just any portal. We're talking about something that may be intelligently controlled, something that's been hiding in plain sight, possibly since the dawn of time, nestled deep in the rugged, otherworldly terrain of Utah's Uinta Basin. It all started when Dr. Taylor brought in someone who knows this place like the back of his hand, retired Army Colonel John Alexander. This guy's no rookie. He was part of billionaire Robert Bigelow's original team that studied the ranch for nearly 2 decades. So when Travis called him up and asked, "Hey, could you come take a look?" you better believe everyone paid attention. Colonel Alexander didn't waste time dropping bombshells. When asked about past encounters, he described an incident near Homestead 2, a place already known for its bizarre energy fluctuations, where something invisible moved through the trees, distorting the air like heat waves on asphalt. No sound, no shape, just a distortion. "We were never in control," he warned. "There's an it that is in control." Now imagine hearing that from a former Army colonel face to face, right in the middle of one of the strangest places on Earth. So what did the team do with that ominous warning? You guessed it, they launched a freaking rocket. Because when in doubt at Skinwalker Ranch, you fire something into the sky and wait for the weird to hit back. And boy, did it ever. Moments after the launch, as the rocket malfunctioned and plummeted to the ground near Homestead 2, the spectrum analyzer lit up a signal. Not just any signal, that signal, 1.6 gigahertz. The same untraceable frequency that has shown up again and again right before something unexplainable happens. Now here's where things go off the rails. Later that night, Eric Bard, the ranch's principal investigator, found something on the surveillance cameras. At first, it looked like an insect, maybe even a balloon, but it wasn't. It moved behind trees, floated against the wind, and left a visible trail, something no bug or balloon has ever done. Travis pointed out the detail: it looks like it's moving with intent. Think about that for a second. Not drifting, not bouncing, but deciding. This thing, whatever it was, wasn't reacting to physics. It was reacting to them. The footage was chilling. The object changed shape depending on how it turned, at times appearing circular, other times cigar-shaped. Ring any bells? It should. It's eerily similar to the infamous Tic Tac UAP encountered by the USS Nimitz off the California coast in 2004. That object too was described as shape-shifting, fast, and most importantly, unexplainable. But the resemblance was uncanny. Could this be the same technology, or are we looking at something older, something tied to the very fabric of the ranch itself? And it all seemed to circle back to one location, Homestead 2. That twisted old structure has long been ground zero for strange activity, shadow figures, poltergeist-like occurrences, and now this suspected portal. A portal that's possibly connected to another dimension or world. When Colonel Alexander mentioned the illusion of control, he wasn't being poetic. He meant it. And after this latest round of chaos, the team's realizing he might be right. But there's something else, something that's been quietly gnawing at the team's nerves, that 1.66 gigahertz signal. It shows up like a ghost in the machine, always at the most critical moments. It's not natural. It's not atmospheric noise. And it's definitely not coming from their equipment. So what is it? A beacon? A warning? Or a signal to something or someone on the other side? Now let's be honest. The word portal gets thrown around a lot in paranormal circles. But what makes this case so compelling is the data. Yes, actual data. Scientific instruments picking up repeatable anomalous signals, visual evidence showing unexplained aerial phenomena, physical interactions with the environment, rockets failing, equipment shorting out, radiation spikes. This isn't a campfire ghost story. This is real-time, real-world observation that just doesn't add up using our current understanding of science. And that's what's got the scientists spooked. These are folks who trust hard data, not gut feelings. But when everything they've got points towards something breaking the laws of physics, what choice do they have but to entertain the possibility that just maybe they've stumbled across an actual interdimensional rift? To make matters even stranger, the footage of the UAP from that night shows what looks like intelligent behavior. The object doesn't just float randomly. It seems to observe, to move deliberately through space as if it's scanning, watching, deciding. One team member even noted how it hovered motionlessly at times, then slowly glided away as if it was aware it was being watched. Could this be a scout, a probe, or is it the portal itself shifting form? Theories are running wild. Some suggest this portal isn't a fixed hole in space but a dynamic, sentient force able to manifest as light, as sound, or even as physical objects. Others think it could be an ancient technology buried beneath the basin, activated by electromagnetic pulses like the one caused by their rocket. Whatever it is, the implications are massive. We're talking about a phenomenon that not only resists its explanation but seems to respond to human presence, and not always kindly. Let's not forget Skinwalker Ranch has a long history of terrifying encounters, glowing eyes, mutilated animals, time distortion, and even reports of creatures emerging from nowhere. Is the portal the root cause of all this, or is it just a doorway to something even darker? By the end of the night, the Skinwalker Ranch team didn't have answers, but they had more questions than ever. One thing's for sure, something is happening out there. Something intelligent. Something ancient. And if this is truly a portal, then the real question isn't what's on the other side, but what might come through it. Stay tuned, because if this portal opens again, what steps through next could change everything we thought we knew about reality. But let's go deeper, because this thing, whatever it is, may not just be a portal. It might be AS Intercon. What if these events are echoes from a neighboring reality bleeding into ours? Travis Taylor and his team are starting to think that this unseen force isn't random. It's part of a much bigger system, one that humans were never meant to fully understand. The presence of these invisible forces that defy gravity, disrupt electronics, and warp time points to a level of technology or intelligence far beyond anything we've developed. We're talking about energy fields that bend radio waves, creatures that vanish without a trace, and objects that move with precision against natural wind currents. These aren't tricks of light. They're not hoaxes. Something real is playing with the rules of physics on this ranch. And if this force is intelligent, it may be observing, testing, or even manipulating us like pieces on a galactic chessboard. Then there's the question of the creatures. What kind of beings could emerge from a spacegate like this? Some witnesses have reported seeing large shadowy figures with glowing eyes, creatures that resemble wolves but much too big, and even shapeshifters that blur the line between the material and the spiritual. Are these entities biological? Are they spiritual manifestations? Or could they be interdimensional travelers, slipping in and out of our reality through this hidden portal? Native legends of the Ute tribe warned of skinwalkers, beings that could shift form and disappear at will. Maybe those weren't just legends. Maybe they were warnings. And let's not ignore the deeper conspiracy theories. Could it be that powerful government agencies, black-budget defense programs, or even extraterrestrial factions already know about the portal? Some believe Skinwalker Ranch is just one of several key locations on Earth, so-called nodes in a vast planetary grid where the walls between worlds are thinner. These nodes, or ley lines, may be ancient and deeply connected to phenomena like the Bermuda Triangle, the Nazca Lines, or even the pyramids of Egypt. What if there's a hidden global effort to monitor or control these gateways? And what if Skinwalker Ranch is the epicenter? Time itself behaves strangely here too. Members of the scientific team have reported moments of lost time, where hours seem to vanish without explanation. Others have experienced GPS distortions, magnetic anomalies, and radiation spikes that appear without cause. Could this be evidence of time loops or overlapping realities? Some physicists have speculated that wormholes, tunnels through spacetime, might explain how distant points in the universe could be connected. But what if that theory applies not just to space travel, but interdimensional travel? Could the ranch be sitting on the mouth of one of these cosmic tunnels? The truth is, the more you look into Skinwalker Ranch, the clearer it becomes. We are just scratching the surface. Whether it's a natural wormhole, a technological portal created by unknown intelligences, or a rip in the very fabric of reality, what's happening here could rewrite everything we think we know about physics, life, and the universe itself. For every answer they uncover, Travis Taylor.